How are you doing?
I'm fantastic. I'm over the moon just by seeing you. What about
That,
you, ma'am?
oh, I'm happy as well. I think we missed a session in between, if I'm not wrong. Did we?
Yeah, it's been long time. I think it's about a week.
Yeah.
So, ma'am, what are your hobbies? What do you love to do, especially in your leisure time?
I can't remember the last time I had leisure or time to practice a
It's
hobby
hard to
because
forget.
it's pretty busy right now because I am in my 20s where I'm at a place where I have to balance my studies. I have to try and build a professional life. So it's a lot. Okay, it's similar to you. I can't remember the last time I took a Sunday off and I was just resting because you'll always have some work. You have deadlines to meet, you have other things to run parallelly. If you live in a house, then again, like I said, the concept of domestic labor has quite evolved from what it was years ago. So I have to contribute and help out, right? That's how I'm supposed to do. If I live in a house, I have to help out, right? Right, everybody inside. So there, I can't remember the last time I sat and took time for myself. But hobbies in general, I think anything that you can have fun with, right? Anything that you can enjoy, it counts as hobby. It can even be watching a movie, improving your language, or it can even be singing to a random song without knowing the lyrics or without getting the tune right. I think all of these counts as hobbies, and even other things like perhaps if you like other stuff like I think crocheting is pretty popular now. Everyone's doing crocheting. Have you tried it out before?
Yeah, I
You
have done.
have, yeah. I think it became a trend recently, about a year ago. Everybody all of a sudden had crochet needles and yarns in their homes. So
And
what did you
there is very interesting thing about YouTube. Before learning this language from YouTube, I learned stitching, knitting, and
think?
crochet. Everything. I have tried my hands in everything. Then I finally got this English language.
Right, right, right. But I think one of the best things about cultivating or developing your hobbies is it can always serve as a backup plan. For example, if you were to learn crocheting, right? Once you learn that skill, you can use it to earn money as well, right? If you consistently practice, it can be a good side income. So one good thing about developing hobbies is it can always serve as a backup plan if your professional work goes downhill, right? So would you agree? Right? Once you learn that skill, you can use it somewhere, right?
I have made many sweaters for me, many caps, gloves, and door hangings. Many things I have made, and I loved doing all those things because I found myself totally engrossed into that work. I always tried up new things.
Yeah, I feel like it also makes you happy when you see the work that you've done, right? And you feel
When we
proud.
get appreciation, especially
Yeah.
that moment really
Yeah.
motivates us when we
And I
get
think
appreciation.
with crochet you can create a lot of beautiful gifts as well to give to your loved ones. It can be clothing, it can even be simple toys. I recently came across a lot of beautiful cute crochet keychains that some of the girls in my college they were putting up was so beautiful. So the amount of creative things you can make with crochet is quite insane. So I personally like that skill a lot, and I admire people who can do it as well because it's not easy, right?
Yes.
Yashoda. You have to sit for hours to get a work done. So, right?
So, ma'am, do you love reading books? Today I
I
am interrogating you.
yeah, you were saying?
Do you love reading books?
I
Books.
think okay. Well, the thing with reading books is I'm not a big fan of self-help books because the thing with philosophy and I is I am under the impression that already we live in a world where we don't have time to deeply think about things. We're pretty busy. So I think it's easier when you can read something simple. So I personally go for fictional books because you don't need to put a lot of thinking to it, right? What is it for you, Yashoda? Do you read philosophy?
Uh,
Go ahead, go ahead.
I am fond of reading self-help books because
Uh-huh.
self-help books are motivating me, like Atomic Habits and The Secrets. Like many books are there.
Yeah, yeah. Atomic Habits is pretty common as well. It's pretty popular and it's widely loved. But the problem is, I appreciate you for putting in that effort into reading, and it requires a lot of deep thinking. Won't you agree? When you're reading a self-help book, you have to think about things, and I don't like thinking about things a lot because it's quite tiring when you have to. Because with the thing with philosophy is there's never an end to it. You have to keep thinking, and you don't get an answer. So I like practical, simple things that you can easily understand. So I usually read fiction.
I am also fond of reading storybooks. So far, I have read many books written by Sudha Murthy.
Right, right, right.
Yeah, I
Sudhamurti.
am fond of her. She's like I just want to be like her.
You
She's my
feel she's relatable to you. Is that it? She's
yeah.
relatable to you.
Means
Yeah.
I am really impressed by her life, the way she has narrated everything. Means she expressed everything in her books. I love each and every story, and
And
everything is from her own life experiences.
true. And I think she writes beautifully about women and the daily struggles
Specifically, yeah.
that women go through. I've read one or two books of hers, if I am not wrong, and I think she writes in simple language, which is why it's easier for us to understand her. And she writes it quite realistically without filters. When she's describing an experience, she just writes it as it is. There's no dramatization, if you know what I mean. And because of that, it's very relatable, right? Won't you agree?
Uh, and
Yeah.
even while speaking, I have watched many of her videos, many of her interviews, and I have found only one thing that even the way she speaks, the selection of words, she uses very simple words so that each
Right.
and every person can understand. And her pace of speaking, it's moderate, not too fast, not too slow. So I
Right.
love her overall. She's just like my role model. And specifically, when somebody asks me, ma'am, please suggest me some books. What kind of books should I start? Being a beginner or being a English language learner, then I always prefer Sudha Murthy ji's book.
True, completely. I couldn't agree more. And I think one of the best things that we can learn from Sudhamurti is that she uses language that is relatable for everyone. Right. So I think something similar exists with the English language as well. The relatability or the understanding comes first before the advanced language, right? She speaks in simple language because she knows that her audience are people who are from different backgrounds, who come from different fluencies with the language. So we need to make sure that it reaches everyone. Right. So I think that's one of the beautiful things that she does. And I think it can be inspiring for us as well. Because when we speak in a language, rather than articulating it with fancier words or trying to sound a little bit of like in an advanced manner, I think it helps more if you can convey something in the basic manner or in a simple manner as well. But at the same time, learning those advanced words and vocabulary is nice because you
It
never
is,
know how you can have fun with the language, right? So,
yeah.
won't you agree? So, is there any new words or sentences that you picked up, or idioms in general that you thought, okay, this is nice, I can use that? Have you been working on the language lately on your own? Has there anything? Yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
Sudha Murthy ji's book.
Yeah, okay. So you
I have
learned.
come across many words. There's a phrasal verb, taken aback. Like she has used this several times. I was taken aback, and I was taken aback when I saw this and that. So taken aback was a new thing, but first means very first time when I came across this word, that I was so skeptical about the meaning. But when I checked out the meaning, then I came across and. Stride up is a second word, like when you walk with a long step. Is when you
Yeah, yeah.
walk with a long
Strides,
step.
strides.
That's
You take
stride.
long strides. Yeah.
Yeah. So in
Yes.
this way, I have come across many words just by reading her books because the moment I start my reading journey, so I bought only her books. I have, I think, 5 or 6 books written by her.
Right. And I think one of the best giveaways of that, Yashoda, one of the best things that we can all learn from your experience as well is how reading can be a source of entertainment and knowledge at the same time, I would say, because you get to learn new words, you learn new phrasal words, which you can use in any occasion for that matter. You can learn new sentences. You can learn how to read fast, and reading fast helps in speaking fast, in understanding the language fast. So I think if you're
Yes,
somebody who
yes.
likes reading, that's one of the best practices to improve the language. But we need to make sure that whichever we pick up from what we're reading, it comes out through our spoken language as well. That's when it becomes completely productive. Won't you agree?
And after reading her books, I have come across many advanced structures, sentence structures like uh, I had had. I had kind of advanced structure, and most of the beginners they always get confused. Why had? What is the meaning? Have had or had had. These are very confusing adverse sentence structure when we use it. But when we read it and when we check out the meaning, when we learn the particular structure
Yes.
and especially the situation where this particular sentence is structure is used, so then we get to know, then we can easily use it.
So,
Like
and you, yeah, you're saying?
yeah,
No, go
and
ahead, go ahead.
there's a book, The Alchemist. I think you must have heard about that.
Yes, yes, yes. If I'm not wrong, it's Paulo Coelho, right?
Yeah, and I have
Mhm.
read that book, and there's a one line, I still remember that line. When you want to do something, means when you want to do something in your life, then the whole world conspires in order to get you closer to your dream. When we think about, then means we have to, uh, our mindset is everything. When your mindset is ready to get something in your life, then this whole universe conspires to get you closer day by day to your goal.
True. And the fact that you are a successful content creator right now, that is the biggest example you can give, right? On how
Yeah.
consistency can pay off in the long run, right, Yashoda? Right?
Yes,
Yeah, very beautifully put. I like the way you express your thoughts, Yashoda. It's very blunt, it's very open, it's very honest. And I think that's something we can all learn from, to try and express whatever it is as clearly as we can, as simply as we can, because language is pretty much that at the end of it all, right? So thank you for another beautiful session. As always, I had so much
you
fun
really
talking
make
to
my
you.
day. Whenever you come, means you come, you always shows up on the screen with something new and something very interesting for me. And about reading books. And yeah, in the last of this video, I would love you to suggest means all our viewers, why should they read? Why should they start reading?
Yes, so like we discussed here, right, Yashoda, I think that reading is one of the best ways in which we can try and learn new aspects of a language while finding it to be an entertaining hobby, like you said, right? So I would say if you're a learner and you wish to develop the habit of reading, don't think about what is the right kind of books that you have to read. Read whatever it is that you enjoy reading. It can even be romance, it can even be horror books. It doesn't have to be
Any
self-help books.
genre.
And yeah, anything works as long as you come across words and sentences that you can incorporate into your daily life, right? And it isn't just reading, it has to be something that you put in your spoken English as well while reading. So whatever it is that you come across and you pick up, make a note of it, try to use it in your language and speak it, and that's when it retains inside over here. So yeah, try it out. I would say reading is definitely an amazing hobby, and it is an educational hobby as well. So yeah, maybe we can all seek inspiration from your reading habits as well, Yashoda. So thank you for that. Right. So I think we're good to wind up for today, right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So thank you for another beautiful session, and hopefully we'll see each other again soon,
Same
right?
here. Same here.
Right.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye. Bye.